Remember when jQuery was the hottest thing in web development? Or when everyone said Flash was the future of the internet? If you're in IT, you've probably watched technologies you spent months mastering become completely irrelevant. Today, we're talking about the brutal reality of knowledge obsolescence in tech, and why it's making the job market even harder for newcomers. Hey everyone, in most careers, the skills you learn early on serve you for decades. But in IT, your knowledge has an expiration date, and it's getting shorter every year. This creates a unique challenge that affects everyone from seasoned developers to people trying to break into the industry. Let's dive into why this happens and what it means for your career. Here's a sobering fact. The half-life of technical skills is now estimated at just 2 to 5 years, and in some areas like AI and cloud computing, it's even shorter. This means half of what you know today will be outdated or irrelevant within 5 years. Think about it. React has only been around since 2013, but it's already on its third major architectural shift. Python 2 was industry standard for decades, then suddenly Python 3 became mandatory. Remember when everyone was scrambling to learn Docker? Now it's Kubernetes. Before that, it was virtualization. Before that, it was something else entirely. This isn't just about programming languages. Entire paradigm shift. We went from monolithic applications to microservices, from on-premise servers to cloud computing, from REST APIs to GraphQL, and now everyone's talking about serverless and edge computing. The problem? By the time you master one technology, the industry has already moved to the next shiny thing. And job postings reflect this immediately. Suddenly, every position requires experience with tools that didn't exist 6 months ago. If you're trying to break into IT, this creates a perfect storm of confusion and frustration. You spend months learning what you think are essential skills, only to find out the market has moved on. You follow a comprehensive course on Angular, but now everyone wants React developers. You master MySQL, but the job requires MongoDB experience. You get comfortable with AWS, but the company uses Azure. Every choice feels wrong because technology moves faster than learning can happen. It's even worse when you're self-taught or career-changing. You don't have the luxury of learning on company time or having mentors guide your learning path. You're making decisions based on outdated information, and every wrong choice feels like months of wasted effort. Meanwhile, job postings become more demanding. Instead of asking for programming experience, they want specific versions of specific frameworks. React developer with hooks experience becomes React developer with Next.js 13+ and server components experience. The specificity is overwhelming. This creates analysis paralysis. Should you learn the stable, boring technology that might be around longer? Or the cutting-edge stuff that everyone's talking about, but might disappear next year? But here's the thing, even experienced developers struggle with this. Senior developers with 10+ years of experience suddenly find themselves feeling junior again when new paradigms emerge. I've seen veteran Java developers struggle to adapt to containerization and DevOps practices, database administrators learning to work with NoSQL systems, front-end developers who mastered jQuery trying to understand modern JavaScript frameworks and build tools. The psychological impact is real. Imposter syndrome hits hard when you realize your expertise in one area doesn't automatically transfer to another. You're simultaneously an expert and a beginner, which is a weird headspace to navigate. Companies often expect senior developers to pick up new technologies instantly, not recognizing that learning new paradigms takes time, even for experienced professionals. This creates pressure to constantly be learning, often on your own time, just to stay employable. Why does this happen so fast in tech? Part of it is genuine innovation. Better tools and methods are constantly being developed. But there's also a business component that accelerates the cycle. Tech companies have incentives to create new frameworks and tools. It generates buzz, attracts talent, and sometimes creates vendor lock-in. Open source communities compete for mindshare. Everyone wants to build the next big thing. Startups adopt cutting-edge technologies to attract developers and seem innovative. Established companies feel pressure to modernize to avoid being seen as outdated. This creates artificial demand for the latest technologies, regardless of whether they're actually better than existing solutions. Marketing plays a role too. Technologies get hyped beyond their actual utility. Remember when blockchain was going to revolutionize everything? or when no SQL was going to replace all relational databases. The hype cycle creates FOMO that drives adoption faster than natural technical evolution would suggest. So how do you navigate this knowledge treadmill without burning out? First, focus on fundamentals that don't change. Data structures, algorithms, system design principles, and problem-solving skills are largely technology agnostic. These create a stable foundation you can build on regardless of what framework is popular this year. Second, learn how to learn. The specific technology matters less than your ability to quickly pick up new tools. Practice reading documentation, following tutorials, and understanding patterns that repeat across different technologies. Third, choose technologies strategically. Look for tools backed by major companies or with strong communities. React has staying power because Facebook uses it. AWS isn't going anywhere because Amazon's business depends on it. PostgreSQL has been stable for decades. Fourth, don't chase every trend. Let new technologies mature before investing heavily in learning them. If something is genuinely useful, it'll still be around in 6 months. If it disappears, you saved yourself time. Fifth, build transferable projects. Instead of just learning syntax, solve real problems. The problem-solving experience transfers even when the specific tools don't. Finally, accept that continuous learning is part of the job. Budget time for it, and don't feel guilty about learning during work hours when possible. It's not personal development, it's professional maintenance. The rapid obsolescence of technical knowledge is frustrating, but it's also what makes tech exciting. You're working in an industry that's constantly pushing boundaries and solving new problems. The key is changing your mindset from, "I need to know everything," to, "I can learn what I need when I need it." Your value isn't in memorizing every framework. It's in your ability to solve problems and adapt to new tools. For newcomers, this might seem overwhelming, but remember, everyone in tech is constantly learning. That senior developer isn't successful because they knew React from day one. They're successful because they learned it when they needed to, just like they'll learn whatever comes next. The knowledge treadmill never stops. But once you learn to run on it, it becomes less intimidating and more like the natural rhythm of a dynamic, innovative industry. What's the biggest technology shift you've had to navigate in your career? Or if you're just starting out, what technology are you betting on learning first? Share your experiences in the comments. We're all figuring this stuff out together. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more realistic takes on working in tech. Until next time, keep learning. But don't forget to actually build things too.